Hi, I'm Diane, your host of Epic Conversations. And today we have a special guest called Taye Vitegni. And have you ever read the book? It's called Love, the DNA of God. Well, you're about to meet the author. Let me tell you about Moses. Moses is an author, a Bible teacher, and an itinerant traveling minister. And he wrote the book, Love, the DNA of God. I love the title. And he's originally from the Republic of Benin, West Africa. He now lives in Colorado. And he graduated from Charis Bible College. And he has his own ministry now called Grace International Ministries. And he is married to his beautiful wife, Immaculata, and they have 2 boys that they've been blessed with. So I want to thank you so much for joining us. And you know, you're the reason why we do these videos. We want to introduce you to our awesome guests and hear the stories, their stories, and Jesus magnified in their lives. And if God can do it for them, he can do it for you too. So thank you. And let's meet Moses. Oh, Moses, thank you so much. I'm glad that you could be on the program.
Thank you for inviting me.
I was excited when we talked and I heard about your story on the phone. So let's tell the audience, tell the people about you, about what God has done in your life, how you went from where you were to having your own ministry.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invitation. It's an honor to be on your platform. Well, God is good.
Yes,
everything started in 2008 when I was going to see a movie, and I met 2 evangelists. They are missionaries from the neighboring country, Nigeria, and they presented the gospel to me. And that was the first time I heard about Jesus and what Jesus came to do for humanity.
Now, you were still in Benin.
I was still in Benin in 2008. And I received Jesus into my heart, and that changed. I would say that is the beginning of the story.
Yes, that's the beginning.
Yes. And well, I started serving the missionaries because I speak French and other Benin local dialects. So I started helping them to translate their teachings and messages from English to French and to local dialect. So in 2009, I was already involved in ministry, going for evangelism with the missionaries, and I was already given to church and to the things of God.
Oh, okay.
So in 2014, I got admitted in the National University of Benin, and so I applied for what we call American Visa Lottery.
Now, American Visa
Lottery.
Lottery.
Yes.
I never heard of it until you told me about this.
Yes,
there's a lottery?
Yes,
that's a good one.
It's also called a diversity lottery. So this is a U.S. Program that they offer foreign nationals opportunity to come to the state.
Oh, okay.
And so, but it's difficult to be selected. It's like, trying to win a jackpot. That is how it is. It's very difficult. And so in 2014, I applied for this visa lottery, and I didn't apply like, oh yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna win. It's just like, oh yeah, let me just try it. So I applied through a traveling agency, and in 2015, because the way it works is that when you apply, you wait for an extra year, like the result come out the following year.
Oh, a whole year.
A whole year you have to wait.
Yeah.
So in 2015, well, I was not selected. The result came out, I wasn't selected. I was discouraged, like, you know what, just let me forget about this American thing.
Yeah.
So I just forgot about it, and I was supposed to reapply in 2015, but I didn't.
You didn't?
Because I'm like, you know what, let's forget about it. So because I didn't, then in 2016, I shouldn't be expecting any result, because I didn't reapply in 2015.
Right.
Well, in 2016, I was on campus one afternoon, and I received a call from the same traveling agency that I applied through in 2014. And they say, congratulations, Moses, you won American Visa Lottery for 2015. I was like, well, this is a scam. This can't be true.
Yeah.
And so the lady tried to explain to me, you know what? In 2015, because we have your information, we reapply for you on your behalf without your consent.
They reapplied.
They reapply for me, and I didn't even know. And that was the one that I got selected for.
That's the Lord.
Yeah,
I mean that was God saying, look it, I'm going to get you in there.
So it was, and it was like, wow, really? This is amazing. So that's the first part of the story. Now it become more interesting when I find out that, this traveling agency, they before they will give me the information I need, because they have my interview date, when I'm going to be interviewed, where all the information I needed to proceed, for the visa process. And I say, now you can give me my information. They say, well, you have to pay us 3 million CFA, which is like $6,000 to be able to give you the information to continue. Now, that normally the program is free. Once you have the information, then you can go do your medical, go for interview. You can pay for that, but you don't need to pay to apply or to get the information in it. So they use it as a form of a business. So when they told me 3 million CFA, I was like, I'm a student, and I've never even seen that amount of money in my life that time. So my hope of coming to the US just dissipate like that.
So it's the second time
I said, Lord. So I told my pastor, and my pastor said, if it is God's will, don't worry about it, it will come to pass. So, well, I just forgot about it. A month later, I received a call from one of the employees of the company. He said, Moses, you know what? I want to help you. And I have all your information, and I'm quitting this company, and I'm going with your information. So now I can give you the information you need so that you can proceed with the process. You just need to pay 1.5 million, which is from $6,000 to $3,000.
So, okay, now it's only $3,000.
$3,000, okay. But with that, I still could not afford it. I was a student. Nobody, there's no way I could get that money. I said, well, that's good news. But I told my pastor, let's keep praying, let's keep trusting God. We don't have the money, but something will happen. So a week later, she called me like, what's going on? Time is going. You need to get your information to do your medicals and stuff. And she said, I told her, I said, man, I'm sorry. I don't have the 1.5 million, which is $3,000. She said, you know what? Okay, bring $2,000. I said, oh, $2,000, that is 1 million CFA. I said, okay, all right. So I went. A week later, I called her back. I said, sorry, that $2,000, I don't. Meanwhile, the company, somebody else was calling me, Moses, you're going to make the payment. Time is going. But I did as if I didn't know. I just said, please, I'm working on it. Because they must not know that their former employee is with my information and is about to help me.
Oh.
So a week later, I called the lady. I said, sorry, even with the 1 million, the 2,000, I could not get it. He said, Moses, you know what? I want to help you. Bring $1,000. Bring $1,000. I went again. A week later, I called her back. I'm sorry, I don't have $1,000. He said, oh, Moses, finally, bring $600.
Oh my.
A week later, I call again. I'm sorry, $600. I don't have it. If I have it, I don't. He said, finally, bring $300. So I was able to raise the $300, and I got all the information I needed. So from $6,000 to $300 to get the information I needed. So that is another part of the story.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So now I got the information I needed. Now I have to go for my medicals, and I have to go for the interview. I needed $500, $500. Well, I was still a student. I have no penny. I have no money to pay for that. And everything is timely. I have to do them because you have to do your medicals. 2 weeks later, you have to go for the interview. And again, now I'm stuck. I need $500. I have the information. I know when my interview is, and I have to do my medical checkup and everything. Now, meanwhile, in 2012, that is few years before then, a group of missionaries came from Colorado, Denver to Benin in 2012. And I happened to be one of their translator. So after the mission trip, I stayed in touch with some of them. One of them, his name is Darren Samuel. He is a graduate of Caris Bible College. And he told me in 2012 that, Moses, if you ever have the opportunity to come to America, I will get you started. That is 2012. I had no idea then that I would be coming to America.
If you have the
opportunity
opportunity to come to the U.S.,
he will help me get
he'll
started.
help you get started.
That was
I remember.
years before the visa lottery. So at that point, so when I won the lottery, I called him. I said, Darren, guess what? I'm coming to America. I have this visa opportunity, and he was so excited. But I never asked him for money. I just told him about the opportunity, and so I was trusting God for $500 to be able to proceed. So I was in school one evening, and Darren sent me a text message that, Moses, the Lord just put in my heart to send you $500 through Western Union, and I never asked him.
And that's the Lord.
That is. If that is not God, I don't know what else that is. That is God. That is God providing, for me through the process, because everything is part of the plan for me to come, go to school, and be doing what I'm doing today.
Moses, this is a really good example of when people get a call from God, or when they have a vision and there's obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, but you trusted God through every one of them.
Yeah. And God is faithful. That night, when I received the text, I was just crying, because this is the love of God, in a tangible manner. I could feel it, that this is God. Yeah. And so, I got the money, and I went to do my medicals. So now I did the medicals, I believe, 3 weeks before the interview. So now that part is gone. Now I have the remaining money for my interview, because I have to go into the embassy with the cash. It must be cash. So at that time, I was already leading a Bible study on campus, and I'm the president of that Bible study. And sometimes we do invite preachers to come and preach, to minister to the students. And sometimes we contribute money to be able to buy something for the ministry and stuff. Sometimes I use my own money. So that time I have 200,000 CFA, which is like $400 in my account for the visa interview. I wasn't supposed to touch it. So we had this program, and I was like, you know what? Let me just use $100, 50,000 CFA, $100 from it. And I just feel like before the interview time, I'm going to get it. So I used the $100 to do the program, the youth program on campus. So after the program, everything was good. My pastor called me from the village. Is everything ready? I said, yes, everything's ready for the interview. I'm good. But I never told him that I spent part of the money to do a program on campus. So now, a week before the interview, I couldn't get the money. I called all my friends to lend me just $100, and I couldn't get it. And don't forget, without that completion, that money, I could not even show up at the embassy.
So close.
So close. So now this is another hindrance. 2 days, a night before, I couldn't get the money. And I was with my friend a night before. That my friend too was going through the process. He too was selected, and they appoint us. They program our interview for the same day, the same time. So I went to stay with him, so that in the morning we can, the following day we can get ready and go together. And so he has his money, everything is ready to go. But me, I was still missing $100. A night before 9 p.m., a night before my interview, I couldn't get the $100. I couldn't go to bed either. We couldn't go to bed either, because without the money, he may go, but I won't be able to go. So we just wondered, what are we going to do? So we stepped out. We went outside the compound, outside the house. We're just walking around, man, a miracle has to happen, otherwise all the process is coming to an end. And I would say around 9:30, 10 p.m., the night before, I was standing outside with this my friend, and this my friend received a transfer of money from another friend of his of exactly 50,000 CFA, which is the $100 that I need. The moment he received the money, he said, Moses, the money has come. He didn't even check who said the money has come. The money has come. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
That night, that $100 came. The money I needed to complete to be able to go for the interview.
Talk about the Lord.
And this must be God.
Wow.
This
Down
must
to
be
the
God. And man, I just cried that night.
And you're still in Benin.
I was still in Benin.
Right.
I'm still going through the process to come to the US.
And now, so you did go through, because we've got to move,
Yeah,
so you did get
yeah, so we got the money out, and the following day we went for the interview.
God.
I got to the interview. The consulate said he's not going to give me the visa because something is wrong with my document. He handed over the passport.
So you've had all the money,
all
the
everything.
and now there's something wrong with the
Give me
document.
back
Oh,
all the
no.
document, the visa, and he said no. And well, he gave me, so I was supposed to take my document and leave. But something told me that no, I cannot leave. I just stayed in front of the consulate officer. I just stood there and I pushed back my document to him.
Oh.
He looked at me like, what is this guy doing? After 10 minutes, he looked at me and he said, congratulations. We'll call you in the next five business days to come and get your American visa lottery. So that is how I got the visa, to come to the US.
So there was nothing wrong with your paperwork.
Nothing was wrong.
You pushed it back?
I pushed it back to him, and I stood there. I didn't go. Something just told me, I'm not leaving here until I get that visa.
Moses, you have had so many supernatural things
Yeah.
just to get here.
Yeah. So that's how.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is how I found myself in America. Of course, I told Darren and his family bought my ticket and everything for me to get to Colorado. And Darren introduced me to Charis Bible College, and I felt that's what the Lord wanted me to do. And, I did not have money to go to school, but the Lord provided for me from the beginning to the end, and I graduated in 2019.
I like what you said earlier on the phone, and that you said, yeah, my friend paid for me to come
Yes.
to the U.S.,
Yes.
but he didn't say, I'm here to pay for your tuition.
Yeah.
You're on your own now.
Yeah, he told me, he said, Moses, the Lord told me to help you get to Colorado and to tell you about Charis Bible College, but the Lord didn't tell me to pay for your tuition. So you have to trust God. Well, I say, well, I've been trusting God. So I was so much excited about going to school. And, and we saw the Lord provide from the first year to the second year till I graduated in 2019. And in 2020, the Lord put in my heart to take the gospel of grace, to take it back to my home country, the Republic of Benin. And that is where I launched Grace International Ministries.
That's what I wanted to hear, yes.
Yeah.
And I've seen your website. We'll have all the information for
Yes.
our viewers on the note.
Yes.
So you also do a radio ministry there too.
Yes.
And you preach crusades.
Yes.
And you're going to get this message out there one way or the other.
Yes, one way or the other. So we go to different villages, to preach the gospel. We do crusades, and we seen people getting to know, to come to Jesus.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of people receiving miracles and receiving healings, and the Lord is doing great things in the Republic of Benin. And the Lord opened the doors for us also to be on one of the major radio stations of Benin. And every Thursday and Friday we are live on the radio station, and great things are happening. Also, we started a Bible school
Oh,
in
boy.
2021.
Okay.
And we have 18 people graduated for the first year. 18 people graduated, and those 18 people now are doing ministry, working with Grace International Ministry. So a lot of things are happening, and we are excited for what God is doing.
Yes, I can see that.
Yes.
So now you're training up others because
Yes.
they're going to school, and then they eventually can get trained up and go out as this is what real discipleship is all about.
Absolutely. I believe,
And,
that the reason why the Lord gave me the opportunity to come to school, to come to Caris Bible College, is to be able to learn this truth of the gospel and take it back. Everybody in Benin may not have the opportunity to come to the US to go to school, but God giving me this privilege, I think I need to take it back, to my people, and offer them that access to the knowledge or the true gospel of grace.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well said. Well said. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. I mean, this is awesome what the Lord has done in Moses' life, the provisions he's made, the obstacles he's gone through. And God can do the same for you to get you through. Trust him. Amen. I'm going to have all the information on how you can connect with Moses in the notes, and I would encourage you to connect with him. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with others so more people can see it. And we look forward to seeing you next time. And in the meantime, have an epic conversation with Jesus. Hi, I'm Diane Grubus, and I've started a ministry, and I want to bless you. I'm so excited about it. DianeGrubus.com. Go to the website and check out all the wonderful things that we have in store for you. We have some great epic conversations with some powerful guests and some teachings, free downloads. And we would love to have you join us, love to have you partner with us. We appreciate you, and we want to hear from you. So check out the website, and thank you.